Alright, Capricorn. This is David with TarotAndAstrology.com. Wow. Alright, so, as you can see, I am sitting out here in the wide open space. Got some clear blue skies with a couple of clouds in the back. And I decided to do your reading right here on the earth. Now, what better way to do a reading?
David, why didn't you get the job?
What do you mean?
It's part-time.
No, he said he wanted people that were experienced, that already knew the job, so that he could go ahead and tell them and what that, and then so that he can go do his job.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So as you already know, or as you probably don't already know, somebody came through looking for my girlfriend's brother and looking to see if, I guess, he wanted to work and stuff like that. You know, I passed along the message and everything, but in trying to look for a job opportunity, I went ahead to mention that I wanted to do something like that, and he said that he wanted somebody experienced. Of course, whatever, you know, I ain't worried about it. So, because remember, I gotta keep in mind that all of the things that I'm doing right now, you know, these tarot readings, going out with my girl, studying for this job that I'm training for, going to school, you know, all of these things, they take time, and I can't really like load up my schedule with too much time. So yeah, there's that. You know, of course, I am a Capricorn, and I am always looking for something, you know, something to help with the income. But I think at this time I just have to take it easy, do what I gotta do, and all of that. So, with that being said, enough yapping about what I need to do and stuff like that. Oh, okay, so too many cards. Alright, Capricorns, what's going on with you? I know there's a lot going on with me, and that could be the reason why there's a lot of cards that just flew out right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this reading done before these ants start biting my ass. Oh, there you go. So you had the King of Pentacles fall out. So this is the energy that's guiding you right now. I do feel that for some of you guys are feeling stable. You guys are feeling in your element. You guys are feeling very, very opulent, very, very abundant. I do feel that to whatever extent, some of you guys might be carrying on this this stubborn type energy. You know, it's okay. You know, the stubborn type energy is just a part of us. Part of us earth signs, I should say. And when it comes to the stubborn energies, you know, sometimes it's necessary for us to keep it going in order to keep ourselves going through whatever situations we're going through. So right now, you guys appear stable. You guys appear rather calm and collected. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting out of this card right now, and that's good. I do feel that for some of you guys are in a period of growth. And that is the current energy that is that's sitting around you guys right now. Not really influencing, it's just a part of you. Alright, now, okay, so with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, I do feel like in your thoughts there isn't anything new for you, anything new coming for you guys. I do feel like some of you guys, you know what? Let me draw some more cards. Alright, so that would explain part of it. Okay. Alright, so okay. So the way that this appears right here is like this. You got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. And usually the Page of Pentacles it deals with news of any kind. It also deals with the message coming in. For a lot of you guys, I do feel that you guys don't feel like there's any messages coming in, or don't think there's any messages coming in. Obviously, some of you guys with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse may be feeling a little bit like lethargic. Not lethargic, more along the lines of like not really grabbing for the opportunities that might be around you per se. And part of that is because with the Nine of Cups in the reverse, I do feel like some of you guys aren't feeling that sense of personal satisfaction. I do feel that some of you guys are feeling like maybe you just haven't quite reached that space that you guys were wanting to reach. And so when it comes to this, you guys do know that there is a cycle ending, obviously. And so a lot of you do feel that there's this ending that's coming through. Now, this is the ending of a cycle, guys. This is the ending of a cycle. It's a cycle that's probably been going on for a little bit. Spiritually, you guys feel the end of this cycle. You guys feel the end of the cycle coming, but, when it comes to us earth signs, we tend to get stubborn. We tend to get stubborn about change. For us earth signs, we like the gradual change. We don't like quick change. And usually something like this might be a gradual change. However, we do know that that change is necessary in order for things to take place. However, whenever change happens, it kind of ruins the stability that we have for a little bit. So I feel that for some of you Capricorns out there, that there's changes coming that might knock you off your stability a little bit. But do know that these changes that are going on are necessary for you to be able to build that kingdom, for you to build that abundance factor. But I do feel that on your physical plane, that there's some choices that have to be made. Now, these choices obviously have to do with your feelings, they have to do with your emotions, but they do have to do with your train of thought, since it has to do with the swords. Now, I do feel that some of you guys might want to be stable, and so you guys on some level or another have been waiting for some news as far as finances. But I do feel that with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, it could be bad news. It could be delayed news. Now, it could be based on this choice that you guys have to do, or that you guys have to go through. One of these choices that you guys have to choose would probably be to continue being in this mode right here, or to grab things with both hands, to grab the opportunities that come to you. Now, this ending could be connected to whatever you guys have going on financially. This could be the end of a bad financial cycle and the beginning of a new one. Now, always with the choices, we always have to trust our intuition. We have to look at the unified, or the unity consciousness. We have to be connected to consciousness itself in order to really take a look at these things that are going on, and to really put these things into perspective. Now, I'm going to scoot myself a little bit further back now, and I'm going to draw your cards that will outline whatever these problems are that you're currently facing. Okay, so as I figured, so we got the Hangman, and the Hangman in the upright is one of the problems is that for some of you Capricorns, you guys aren't seeing things from another perspective. Maybe you got yourself locked in an idea that the universe is not putting these opportunities in front of you. There's nothing to grab onto. That the universe is making you wait, or perhaps you feel that you're in a period of waiting to see what happens, waiting to see what's gonna go on. As a number 12, it reduces down to a 3. So when you reduce when you think about the energy of the 3, well, not just the energy of the 3, but the energy of 12, you have 1, which is the movement forward, the beginning of a new cycle after this one ends, and also you're dealing with the 2, which is about stability, which is about also making choices, being balanced. And so this is asking you to remain balanced, but see things from a different perspective. For others of you, I do feel that there's going to be delays, but that you guys have to just, maintain your balance, maintain that stability that you have right here, right now. Don't let it get to you, and just be like Earth. Be like Earth. The Pentacles, King of Pentacles is an Earth card. So when it comes to Earth, you guys just have to stay calm, stay collected. Another problem I feel is with the lack of stability. Now, it's not to say that this ain't stable as much as this, but it's just less stable than it is there. Everything is like, it feels like your world may be turned upside down right now. It does feel it does feel to me like some of you guys have to make this decision, and you guys know that on the one hand, this decision might cause you some instability, but I do feel like it would lead you to having some personal satisfaction. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Now, I would like to point out that all three of these cards right here have a golden background. So I do feel that to whatever extent that you guys have knowledge, or you guys have some type of knowledge about what's going on, I do feel that maybe for some of you guys might be tarot readers or another type of divinator. So I do feel that you guys know what you need to do in order to be able to bring yourself to a state of balance, or to a state of being balanced. But you guys need to put that wisdom into action. That's what this blue signifies right here. And so, putting them on the wrong order. All right. And so with that being said, I do feel like some of you guys need to stop being stubborn and to view things from a different perspective. The universe isn't going to always bring you things in the order that you want them or in the manner that you want them, but the universe will bring things to you nonetheless that will help you in gaining more stability, gaining more knowledge, gaining more wisdom. And especially if you're the leader of a CEO or if you're the CEO of a corporation, the leader of a company or something like that, you're going to want to maintain that balance, because if your subordinates see that you're stressing out and that you can't handle it, how are they supposed to, handle their stress? They're probably stressed out as it is too, but I do feel that you need to keep the balance. You need to keep your emotional aptitude at a very, very high level, so that they can see what you're made of, and then they could see what they could possibly be made of too. So, with that being said, I do feel like the energy influencing you right now is the Nine of Swords. Now, the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Cups, they're both nines. They're both nines, and since nines have to deal with on a numerological level, nines have to deal with things almost being completed. I do feel that to whatever extent you guys are almost there. I do feel that. Hold on, let me get my phone. I want to look at the tarot numerology real quick, and I want to see what these nines really signify, so we can tell you the complete message. Now, the nines deal with fruition, attainment, and fulfillment. All right, so once again, this comes back to the message of you guys knowing whatever it is that needs to be done. But I do feel that you guys are not grabbing those opportunities with both hands. So I do feel that for some of you guys, this might be some type of laziness, or maybe not really a type of laziness per se, but I do feel like this is this to some extent for some of you guys may be connected to. Hold on, let me look at these cards for a second. This could be connected to you guys knowing how to get yourselves out of this situation, or how to stop from thinking about these things that keep you up at night. I do feel that with this, you guys have the knowledge to be able to pull yourselves out of this situation, but it does deal on making a decision of whether you want to or not. Now, this ending right here that your soul feels is coming, there's no question about it. That's going to happen. there's no decision on whether you have to make this choice in order to have it happen, or whether you have to make that choice in order for it to happen. This is going to happen. Your intuition is probably letting you know already what you have to do in order to be able to make this a part of your reality, and to end this cycle so that you guys can complete a new cycle. Now, the nines, they deal with attainment and fruition and all of that. So when it comes to attaining whatever you need, you guys need to have the knowledge, but you also need to follow your intuition, which is why this water is there. It's asking you, take a look deep inside, take a look to see what it is that's telling you. Allow the wisdom that you guys have gained in the past, and the wisdom that you guys have gained from your personal achievements, and use that to move you forward. Now, with the Temperance card in the reverse, I do feel that you guys are out of balance. You guys do need to return back to a place of balance. And when it comes to this kind of stuff, you know, it might be hard, especially when it comes to earth signs who crave stability. It's one of those situations that might be knocking you off kilter, you know? You used to be like this, now you're just like, oh. And the waters just don't appear to be calm. But I do feel that this is there to knock you out of that element of stability for a second, but it's there to make you think, to make you see things from a certain perspective. And the only way that earth signs, or any sign I could say, is liable to do so is when they're knocked off their balance, when they're knocked off of their ability to not change. And whenever you guys are in turmoil, I know whenever I'm in turmoil, it spurs me on to change. So take it as it resonates, guys. Now, I do feel that with the Eight of Pentacles showing up, that you guys do know that you have a lot of hard work ahead of you. And so, girlfriend messaged me. Okay, so I do feel that you guys have a lot of work ahead of you. This you already know. So there's no necessary need to say anything. I do feel that one of these problems one of these problems of instability may be in the home, with the 4 in one of your obstacle sectors. I do feel like maybe there's some instability in the home. So this could be something that's knocking you off kilter. This could be something that's causing that imbalance. I feel like some of you guys might be losing your temper. Capricorn. It's not very often that you guys lose your temper, but when you do, sometimes it's crazy. So, with that being said, I know you guys, for the most part, know that there's a lot of work that has to be done. But I do feel that a lot of that work with the Two of Cups has to be done within your relationships. Now, not just in your relationships, but this specifically is pointing towards a soulmate connection. As you can see, they're looking at each other right in the eyes. They're holding those 2 cups. The snakes right here, as you can see, are intertwined. So this definitely has to deal with a relationship of some kind that you guys have going on. This could deal with the love relationship. So I do feel like some of you guys have to work on these love relationships. This could be the reason why you've got these 2s. The 2s, when you look at it numerologically, the 2s stand for oh no. Alright, so I have to go back to over here. Okay. Alright, so the 2s deal with balance, partnerships, and duality. Now, I don't feel it's so much a duality. Maybe the duality of your mind, the duality of your current existence right now. But I do feel like this is definitely having something to do with the partnerships. And if it is in the partnerships, then indeed it does have something to do with the 4s. and within the home. So I do feel that for a lot of you guys do have to focus on these relationships and really look at the energy that's going on there, because you know you have to do a lot of hard work, and this is a lot of hard work within your relationships. This decision might actually be based in your relationship as well. So that's one thing that you guys will have to look at. But I do have to say that you guys will have some breakthroughs. For a lot of you guys, with the with the Ace of Swords coming up, I do feel like you guys are going to have a lot of breakthroughs. You guys are going to have messages coming in from either the divine or God, whoever it is that you guys consider the source. So when it comes to this, make sure that you guys take a look at what you're thinking. Some of the thoughts that you guys may have may actually help you out with your relationships and stuff like that. So make sure you guys keep an eye on those. And at the same time, wow, you guys do have a lot of 2 energy. So this whole spread is saying that there are things that are going on in your guys' relationships. There are things that are keeping you up at night at times, but I do feel like you guys know that you have to do a lot of work, and you guys know that you guys have to put a lot of time and energy into your relationships. And since it deals with the 2, I'm definitely very, very for sure that this has to do with partnerships. This has to do with balance. And of course, with the Temperance in the reverse, this is definitely something having to do with balance. But do realize that this is the end of a cycle. The cycle is coming around full circle, and you guys are going to be called to begin something new, especially with the Ace of Swords. So make sure that you guys have yourselves balanced out, because if you don't, at the beginning of this new cycle, you guys are not going to be able to have the stability and stuff like that of the King of Pentacles right here in order to begin this new cycle. I do feel like this Page of Pentacles for you guys is going to flip up eventually, and probably not too far in the future, but there is going to be some time that you guys have to wait before any of that happens. But once it does, the universe is telling you, be ready. Be ready, because when it does, you guys are going to be called upon to do so. And because you guys have the Fool at the bottom of the deck, the Fool is all about new beginnings. It's about taking a leap of faith. And when it comes to the Fool, he's the beginning of the tarot card, so he's barely going to be starting off on a journey. And what better card to have at the bottom of the deck to influence everything that's going on than the first card? And then your soul knows that the ending's taking place. So there's going to be an ending, and then there's going to be a new beginning. So you guys want to keep that in your vision. You guys want to keep on top of that, because if you guys don't, y'all gonna be dropping the ball, guys. So make sure you keep that in mind. Take it as it resonates. I'm gonna go ahead and do a relationship spread for you guys, because I do know that since this is relationship worthy, I guess you could say, or having to do with relationships, I do want to make sure that I do a relationship spread for you guys.
Can you read my cards?
Huh?
Can you read them to me?
Yeah, I can read them to you afterwards. Alright, now, because I'm doing a video for YouTube right now.
I can see.
Now, for any of you Capricorns who are having problems with your relationships, do know that these things, they happen. You know, no matter what sign you are, these relationship troubles always happen. And when it comes to relationship troubles, usually it has to do with the lack of balance somewhere, a lack of communication in some other parts. And these instabilities usually arise because one person has a certain idea of something, another person has a certain idea of something, and when you're not communicating, you know, both of you guys have different visions and stuff like that, and when your visions don't match up, they clash, they collide. And whenever you have those instabilities, it's hard to maintain your current pace when you have to slow down and start and try to take care of something. So make sure you find that ability to remain stable. For those of you who practice any type of martial arts, you know, expending your energy is very good. For those of you who practice meditation or yoga or anything like that, you know, that's a good way to bring yourself back into balance too. But even if you're not any one of the spiritual types, I would say do something you love. If you love to make music, make music. If you love to do, exercise, go and exercise, because it's these things that will help you maintain your balance, and it'll help you maintain a happier pace of mind and a clearer train of thought as well. Alright, so I'm going to try something new this time. I'm going to do just two columns. I'm going to do one for you guys and then one for the other person. And before I used to do the relationship spread and stuff like that, but I think we could tell the dynamics of the relationship already, so I'm going to try something new with you guys. Alright, so on your side, I do feel like with the Page of Pentacles, there's something that you guys aren't grabbing a hold of when it comes to when it comes to this relationship. I do feel that okay, so with the Knight of Cups in the reverse, you guys, I do feel that for some of you guys aren't looking for any new love out there, but I do feel like there's some aspects of the relationship that you guys aren't grasping at in your current relationship. And on the other side, the other person just wants to rest. I'm pretty sure that they have prayers that they want to be answered, and so I do feel that to whatever extent these prayers that want to be answered probably have to do with whatever's going on in the relationship. Now, I do feel that with the Knight of Wands on their side, they're feeling like maybe they're having to be reckless to some extent in order to get your attention. Now, when it comes to the Knight of Wands, it's one of those energies that, like, how would I say it? Hold on. Let me go back to the book, because this is one of those ones that kind of, it's hard to read. Okay, so there's definitely rupture and division, but I do feel like this rupture and this division is one of those things that's being caused in order to get your attention. I do feel like this other person, to whatever degree, might be reckless to some extent, but it's there to get your attention because it's necessary. Now, I do feel that for those of you guys who are in this relationship, you guys do know that there's hard work. Obviously, with the Eight of Pentacles coming up again, you guys do know that that there's a lot of hard work, and I do feel that to whatever extent you guys are trying to remain emotionally stable, emotionally calm. I do feel that some of you guys are trying to be compassionate in situations like this, but this discord, it's yeah, okay. So this discord, it could be possible that this discord that you guys are feeling, it's trying to make you, it's meant to try to get you off kilter, but I do feel that part of it could be because this other person's not coming up with any breakthroughs of their own, not coming up with any new ideas, and then so that's why things are up in the air right now. Things are up in the air. Things aren't coming to a close. Certain aspects of whatever it is that's causing them to be reckless are not coming to a close, and you guys are experiencing this discord as a result. Now, I do want to say that I do feel like you feel like you have to walk around on eggshells, like you have to be tiptoeing around and stuff like that. And I mean, I do feel like something may like you feel like something's being taken away from you. So that could be, well, okay. So I do feel, because see, this is you right here. You with you in the reverse. I do feel like you're feeling out of your element, but I do feel like you do know that you have to work hard to get back into your element. And on the other side, with the oh, look at that, the King of Cups in the reverse. I do feel like some of you guys might be feeling emotionally arrogant. I mean, not you guys, but the person who you're dealing with might be feeling a little bit emotionally arrogant. But I do feel that to whatever extent they're losing their cool, or they're losing the control of their emotions, and that could be the reason why they're acting a bit reckless and causing some discord within the relationship, so that it's necessary for you to kind of perk your head up a little bit and to see what's going on. But they do want new beginnings. They do want new beginnings with the Fool card. They want things to possibly travel in a new direction, and I do feel like they do want you to take that leap of faith. But with the Page of Pentacles, I do feel like some of you guys aren't grabbing at these opportunities that are presenting themselves, because you guys are more focused on whatever it is that's going on, that needs to go on. You know, you guys are focusing on working hard, and possibly working hard on trying to make this relationship work. Now, I'm going to pull 3 cards so that, yeah, see, balance is necessary. I do feel like whatever's going on right now is necessary in order to kind of knock you off your balance, to knock you out of your element, so that you guys can become stronger, but so that the relationship can become stronger as well, and so that things can end, or so the cycle can end, so that new things can begin. I do feel like this new beginning is being brought on by your significant other, or whoever it is that you guys are in a relationship with right now. And I do feel that that it's not going to be brought on by anybody else except for them. Now, with the King of Wands, I do feel like maybe there's a lack of passion going on right now, going on within the relationship factors here, and there's a lack of forward movement, obviously, with the King of Wands, because the King of Wands, it stands for planned action, but it's also for energy. It's energetic movement, and that's not what's going on right now. I do feel like there's a little bit of stagnant energy here, especially with the Ten of Swords in the reverse. But I do feel like part of it has to do with some type of loss of faith. I do feel like you guys need to take a look at what's in your jars. You know, what's in your vessel. What are you pouring out into the universe, and what are you pouring out into reality? Because when it comes to the star, that water is the water that brings forth things into your reality. That water is your connection to consciousness, to the divine, but it's also your connection, your conduit to balance. So you guys are on a road as far as your relationship goes. You guys, I do feel that for the majority of you guys are definitely on a path through some kind of short trouble. I don't think this is something that's going to take very long, because you guys have 2 nights on the field, or 2 nights on your draws already. So this is something that's going to happen fairly quickly. I do feel that the lag, or the wait that you have to do, it's going to be a little bit further. It's going to be a little bit more than the wait that's going on in this relationship. But maybe the fix in the relationship is going to happen as a result. I mean, maybe your fix is going to happen as a result of what goes on in the relationship. And of course, I do feel that, yeah, it's definitely coming to a close, because you guys may have felt heartbroken in the past, but you guys are definitely getting over it with the 3 of Swords in the reverse. Now, I might actually be able to do your advice sector here within this one video. So let's see if we can manage to do this. Let's see. Don't know if you guys already know as it is, but my phone has been malfunctioning with me. It's been turning off its recording, and I would have to break it down into